This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association, your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers, right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning broadcast team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, and Mark Magnuson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Mark Magnuson.
Hello and welcome into Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. Today is Thursday, January 19th, 2023. We're so glad you could join us for today's show. And in today's episode, I will speak with Ryan Sigler of Blue River Digital. As always, we will take a look at the ag weather outlook, but first, let's run down the markets.
It's time now for the Ag Matters PM Closing Market Summary, your source for market analysis and settlement prices from the day's trade in Chicago, courtesy of the folks at agmarket.net.
At the end of another trading day, we are joined by Tyler Schau of agmarket.net. Tyler, how did the markets perform today? What did we see?
A little bit of pressure on all the ag commodities. You ended up with all your grains down, not a large drop off, but corn down 4 cents, soybeans down about a dime, wheat in Chicago and Kansas City down 7 to 8 cents. Minneapolis wheat in the nearby contracts really the only thing on the screen today that was positive, and that was just barely. We had the ethanol report came out today. That was actually pretty positive. Turned about we created about a little over a million barrels of ethanol a day. We saw stocks actually decline again. So, that's positive. We're starting to see gasoline demand starting to improve. So on the ethanol front, kind of got a little bit of positive news. We weren't quite to where we needed to be as far as how much corn we're grinding. I think we got to average 100 and some million barrels or bushels a day. And we were a little bit short of that, but considerable pickup in the ethanol market from where we were just a few weeks ago. So, maybe that'll be a positive thing. I think right now, a lot of markets, there's a lot of money sloshing around between the equity markets and the commodity markets. And yesterday, right before the close, we saw a lot of fun buying in corn. I think there was like 10,000 market on close orders in corn that came in, pushed the market up, and then money kind of came flowing out of the commodity market today. So a little bit of everything. Some of it is some of the weather in Argentina starting to show some improvement. They're calling for some better rains here over the next week or two. And so we'll have to see if those come to fruition.
And Tyler, big picture kind of right now for South America, this is really simplifying it, but it sounds like a very big, very nice crop for Brazil. Argentina really struggling at the moment, but it does sound like it is getting some relief in the way of rains over this next predicted few days for the forecast.
Yeah, that's the pull, and that's what analysts are trying to decide. We know that the acres in Brazil are very, very large, and that weather seems to have been pretty cooperative, and they're looking for a very large production on beans. In fact, I think Ag Resource came out with some yield checks on a crop tour, and they were better than what was even expected in a lot of cases. So there's a lot of positivity on the production on soybeans out of Brazil. The big question is, what will Argentina produce, and will it be enough to really kind of start to throttle that production supply on the world market? Because Argentina's not necessarily known for soybeans, but they're known for taking beans and crushing them into meal. So meal's kind of been leading that rally. So that will be the weather going forward will be the key driver on where we're at. I think the trade's pretty comfortable on a big Brazil crop. It's a lot less comfortable on how much damage has been done in Argentina to this point and how much we'll continue to see.
On the other side of the ag marketplace, Tyler, how did the livestock markets perform today?
Livestock got beat up again. Fat cattle down about $1, really across the board. Your feeder cattle down hard. Your feeder calf index came in a couple bucks lower today. So feeder cattle and sale barns really for the last week have just been getting slugged down. A lot of that's being pulled down by the board prices coming down, but it really came to fruition yesterday or this morning on that feeder cattle index report, and just kind of bearish news. There is a cattle on feed report coming out tomorrow. And I think, there's really the big story there, in my opinion, is they're expecting a really big drop in placements from a year ago. They're looking for a placements number at like 91% of what it was last year. So 9% drop in placements. If that cattle on feed report comes out and it really does show that small of placements, I think that would kind of give the feeder calf market and fat cattle market a little shot in the arm. But if it's much above that, or if it's close to 100%, I think that'd be viewed as very, very bearish, on top of a pretty big sell-off over the last couple of weeks. So be interested to see how that cattle on feed report shakes out.
I'm interested as well, Tyler, to see how the markets react tomorrow and moving forward going off of that report. But Tyler, thank you so much. He is Tyler Schau from agmarket.net, joining us here for our closing analysis today. Tyler, how can our viewers get in touch for more great information?
Check us out at the website, agmarket.net. You can check out all the brokers there, contact us, check out our ag market intel. We're also going to be having a conference in Nashville the 5th and 6th of February. Still some time to get booked to go down there and get in on some great information. If they want to call me direct, 701-987-6009 is the number.
And one more thing, Tyler, we did get about 3 or 4 inches of snow here in Des Moines. Did this storm make it all the way up to where you are in North Dakota?
All we've had the last several weeks is fog, and a lot of it. So no, we got just a skiff of snow. Counterpart in South Dakota, I know they've been dealing with quite a bit of snow down there, but North Dakota escaped it.
Tyler, thanks so much for the time. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you again soon.
You bet. Thanks, guys.
That was Tyler Schau of agmarket.net. Let's turn our attention now to the closing numbers, courtesy of the folks at Bar Chart. March corn is down 4 even at 677 1/4. New crop December corn down 4 3/4 at 596 1/4. May soybeans down 10 even at 1511 1/2. New crop November soybeans down 9 3/4 at 1364 1/2. May soybean meal down 4 even at 456.20. Soybean oil for May down 77 cents at 62.98. Chicago wheat down 7 1/2 at 742 3/4. Minneapolis wheat up 1 even at 898 even. Kansas hard red wheat down 9 1/2 at 827 1/2. May oats up 3/4 cent at 364 even. On the Merc, live cattle for February down 85 cents at 155.95. January feeder cattle down $1.40 at 178.10. February lean hogs down 67 cents at 76.65. February pork cutout down 52 cents at 84.50. And Class 3 milk for January up 5 cents at 19.50. And that's been a check of the Ag Market Recap here on Ag Matters PM. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break now to hear from our sponsor, the Iowa Soybean Association and the Soy Checkoff. And when we come back, I will visit with Ryan Sigler of Blue River Digital. This is Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
Welcome back to Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. Today, Ryan Sigler of Blue River Digital is our guest on the show. He's going to tell us about how his company helps farmers to explore and photograph their property with drones. Mark Magnuson with the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, and we're here at the Land Investment Expo here in downtown Des Moines at the Iowa Event Center, and I'm here with Ryan Sigler. He is with Blue River Digital. Ryan, could you just tell me what are you guys all about as a company? What does your company do in the agriculture sphere?
Blue River Digital, probably 60% of our gross sales every year is with the ag industry, most specifically the auction industry. And what we do is we do digital marketing for auction companies. We also fly the drone for land auctions and then put together a video. We do video editing. As far as People's company here, People's use us for video. They send us their drone video and then we edit it. But we do all kinds of marketing, printing brochures for auctions and land management publications. We run ads, design ads, digital marketing. We letter vehicles, and we also do signage for real estate and auctioneers as well.
So pretty heavy there with the drone usage. Is that something that's always been a part of this company? Did this company start with drones, or has it been around and then you've incorporated drones into the plan?
No, our backgrounds are graphic designers. So I have about 18 years, and my older brother who owns Blue River, Wes, he also has about 20 years experience in design. So it's kind of started with a design background. However, before Blue River started, I was into drones a little bit just because of the background. And since we are heavy in the auction industry, we just decided to combine and try flying a drone, and it's worked out, and we've been doing it ever since. So
I would imagine that has made things significantly easier for auctioneers to be able to tell the story of what they're selling when it comes to being able to get a drone in the sky and show every bit of that property.
Yeah, I think it shows a different perspective, so the buyer or potential buyers can see track for track or the different parcels of a big farm field that might be 100 acres that they might want to split up into building sites or whatever. It also is now working with all the online auctions that now maybe they don't want to print a brochure, but they, if it's a smaller piece, then a drone video might be enough to actually sell that without spending a whole lot of extra time and print money. So.
Ryan, do you guys do work with the drone and taking that footage for people that aren't selling too? Maybe they want to see different parts of their acreage that they weren't able to get to?
We haven't done a whole lot that's not for sale. Most everything we do is actually for sale. It's already planned. It's an auction, a set date. That's how we come into play. A lot of companies that are smaller don't have a big marketing team. We'll just throw it our way, and then we'll handle everything: the ads, the publication, sometimes the budget, the proposal, the video, everything that go with an entire auction.
So coming together with People's Company, was that something that you both kind of thought was a good idea, that it would be beneficial for both? Was there one party there that was maybe leading the charge?
No, it's kind of coincidence. We were at the National Auctioneer Association national yearly event, and we met one of the agents for People's Company. His name's Jared Chambers, and we started doing some work for him, and it's spread throughout other agents, and now we work with 10 or 12 different agents in the video side, and now we're getting into the signage side of things. So yeah.
Ryan, is there anything else you'd like to let our viewers, our listeners know about when it comes to Blue River Digital?
Not specifically. I appreciate the opportunity, and we just try to help as much as we can, and if business works out, then that's great. So I appreciate the time.
And Ryan, what is your primary coverage area?
It is, for auction and ag industry, we cover the entire U.S. because graphic design can be done remotely. We don't have to be on site. The drone thing's kind of limited to the Midwest, Indiana, more specifically northern and southern Indiana, but no, for the design part, it's across the country.
Do you do farm logos for specific family farms where people come up with an idea and then they have a name and then their own logo?
We have done that, and then we've taken that logo and made decals for their truck doors and so on. So, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Ryan, thank you for the time, and have a great rest of the expo.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And that was Ryan Sigler of Blue River Digital. As for right now, let's take a look at the ag weather outlook. Well, we did receive that snowfall that we told you about yesterday headed our way in the state of Iowa, and it did make its way through and really did deliver some snow to large portions of the state of Iowa, anywhere from the upper 8-9 inch range in northwest Iowa to here in central Iowa, where we had about 3 to 4 inches of snow. And right now, here today, it's turned into a very nice day. Already some of that snow melting just a little bit, whether or not it's just from a little bit of the contact from the sun. So we think about tomorrow now, going to be partly cloudy around most of the state, mostly cloudy in some other areas, but pretty overcast and windy. So let's turn our attention now to the National Weather Service and what it has in store for the next 24 hours. As you can see from the National Weather Service, we have a lot of new snow on the ground here in the state of Iowa from yesterday's snowstorm. So we have areas of patchy blowing snow all over the state today. Very breezy for most of the state of Iowa. High temperatures today in that 29 to 38 range. Tonight, fairly uneventful as we look at the forecast, mostly cloudy and windy for the state of Iowa, and low temperatures tonight from anywhere from 12 degrees above zero to 26. And turning our attention to tomorrow tomorrow's forecast. Partly sunny, mostly cloudy skies in the east, however, as the eastern portion of the state going to see a little bit more cloud cover coming up on Friday. High temperatures tomorrow expected to be in the 22 to 32 range. And turning our attention now to our affiliate weather map for tomorrow. And we'll start off with northwest Iowa, where there is a lot of snow on the ground, and they added to it yesterday with some additional inches of snow in that snowstorm. And Cherokee looking for partly sunny skies tomorrow with a high around 22. Shenandoah, 32, the high temperature tomorrow with partly sunny skies. Here in Des Moines, a similar story, partly sunny on Friday, high around 28. Albia, partly sunny with a high around 29. And as we work our way east across the state of Iowa, more cloud cover going to come into the picture tomorrow. Waterloo, mostly cloudy, high temperature around 25. Clinton, mostly cloudy with a high temperature around 33. For a more detailed forecast in your part of the state, make sure you check with your local Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network affiliate. And that's been a check of the Ag Weather Outlook. That also brings us to the end of this episode of Ag Matters PM. You can find all of our content on our website at iowaagnet.com. You can also follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and LinkedIn. And you can find video content and previous episodes of AMPM on our YouTube channel. While you're there, make sure you subscribe. Also hit that notification bell. That will let you know whenever we have any new content available. And don't forget our free twice daily market podcast on Apple, Amazon, Google, Spotify, and Podbean. From the IARN studios in Des Moines, I'm Mark Magnuson. On behalf of Riley Smith and Dustin Huffman, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.